back at it again, and I came across this video of Joe Rogan, and the title of it alone sparked my attention because it's a topic of discussion that we actually talked about maybe 2 or 3 days ago in a video with Tucker Carlson. He had brought this up, and it had never occurred to me until then. So to hear somebody else possibly talking about it, I think is really, really interesting. So that's what we're going to be checking out today. Like, share, comment, hit that subscribe button if you're new, and let's dive in.
I don't know jack. Yeah. I don't know jack shit about politics, but if I had to guess, they're trying to get rid of him.
Yeah,
that would my guess would be they're trying to get rid of him. If all of a sudden his own aides are sending these, instead of like taking these classified documents which you have located and go, well, let's not do that again, and fucking locking them up somewhere. His own aides
self-reporting,
dude.
Come on,
that sounds sus. Well, no one self-reported that fucking laptop.
I know.
That
was Russian disinformation. That reeks of Russian disinformation. They got a
hold of the social media companies and lied to them. They did whatever the fuck they could to keep that from happening. And even this, they discovered this before the midterms.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they didn't release the information until after the midterms.
I mean, dude, everyone said this a million times with like the news. If that was flip-flopped, if it was, Trump's kid, that would have been all over. It would have been like, this is the fate of our democracy, rest in the sons of the blah, blah, blah,
100%.
blah, blah.
And the media
blah.
would have gone right along with it.
Yeah, and it's like so obvious, and it sounds.
So I pose a question to you all. Do you guys think this is just a ploy to get rid of Joe so Kamala can take his place, or Michelle Obama can take his place? Let me know in the comment section. Like I said in previous videos, I think it's going to be one of those two if it's not Joe. I think Joe has made it clear to them that he still wants to give it a crack. He still wants to go for it again. Obviously, his approval ratings are in the tank, which is a huge reason why they're doing all of these political stunts, freeing Brittany Griner and leaving a war hero, a veteran, overseas, and exchanging her or him, Brittany Griner for what was his nickname? The Warrior of Death or something like that. But very, very dangerous guy for a basketball player. It was all for a political stunt. Hey, she's a woman. She's black. And she's gay. So you got the LGBT community. You got the black community, which I hope black people didn't fall for that too much. And, of course, you got the women's side of things. All just to improve his approval rating. And same thing with the other stuff that they've done as well.
Sounds trite, but it's like, dude, why do they? What's the incentive to be like, nah, fuck that guy, not that guy? It's like, that kind of freaks me out.
Dude, there's a bunch of us that are just unrepresented. It's the reasonable middle. The reasonable middle of the world. Unrepresented. You got radical left and radical right. You got people that are all in on the Republican Party and you should never get an abortion even if you've been raped. You got wild on that side, and on the other side you got men can get pregnant. You got all this chaos. You got, FTX. So he was just making mistakes. No big deal. We should barely even attack him. We don't even need to bring him in. Come on, guys.
Yeah, why wouldn't they? Why would they let that guy off the hook?
The number 2 donor to the Democratic Party.
Oh, duh.
Number 2.
Yikes.
Just by George Soros. And they're like, whatever. No one's freaking out.
My favorite is the Republicans hanging on to that Santos dude.
That is wild.
The Republicans are like, no, he's a good dude.
That guy should be in jail.
Santos is a guy who was like, I'm Jewish.
Oh, that
And they were like, you're not Jewish. And he's like, I meant Jew-ish. I'm like a Jew.
He's a master of the English language. He's a master of the English language.
He lied about so many things.
He lied about everything.
I found out about it on the podcast, and then I went on a deep dive. I'm like, this guy's wild.
Dude.
I was looking at him yesterday. The first article that came up was like, he lied about being a volleyball star. That's the funniest
Well, you ever see Biden lie about his education?
I mean, I don't know that whole situation. I've heard about it, obviously. I didn't dive too deep into it. But the way that I see it, the left lies all the time. And I think he's about to talk about Joe Biden lying about his education. When Joe said, I graduated top of my class, when in reality, out of 83, he graduated like 76 or something. Out of 83 people, he was like ranked like 76 in his class. Like, come on. So what?
Have you ever seen that clip where he lied about his education? They fact-checked him on the news.
What did he say he was?
Oh, my God. He just flat out lied about his credentials.
I think it fucked him up in that debate.
Oh, for sure.
He was running a while ago, and he got fucked up.
Well, he ran for president in 88.
He like plagiarized the speech.
Yeah.
He did that.
Dude, we used to do Joe Biden night at Stitch's Comedy Club in Boston where we'd all do each other's acts. That time, Joe Biden lied about his academic credentials. So watch this video because it's fucking crazy.
He was 76th of 85.
He was so silly.
Yeah,
He
76
might have
or
gotten it
85.
wrong, though. He might have been like 85 to top.
Truthfully,
What's
a guy
that?
who
I don't know
finishes
what this video
76
is.
would
that's
get it
the
wrong.
video.
It just says it's the road to the White House.
No, this is the video. I've
There
seen
he
it.
is.
He argues with this guy.
And the other question is, could you quickly, I think we also
I think I probably have a much higher IQ than you do, I suspect. I went
Beast.
to law school on a full academic scholarship, the only one in my
Lie.
class to have a full academic scholarship. In the first year in law school, I decided I didn't want to be in law school and ended up in the bottom two-thirds of my class, and then decided I wanted to stay, went back to law school, and in fact ended up in the top half of my class. I won the international
Lie.
moot court competition. I was the outstanding student in the political science department at the end of my year. I graduated with 3 degrees from undergraduate school and 165 credits, only need 123 credits, and I'd be delighted to sit down and compare my IQ to yours if you'd like, Frank.
You rewind that and look at the guy who wants to fuck him
but
so
let
bad.
it go on.
Did you see how happy that guy was? He was like, "You're doing it, Joe."
I know.
Now-
I'm not questioning your IQ at all. I'm just saying that with the people that we have elected to office in recent years, I think that we have to question their credentials very solidly.
Well, I think you're right, Frank.
Damn.
But you know what I find kind of interesting? It seems to me if you can speak, you're at a liability in the Democratic Party anymore. It seems to me you've all become heartless technocrats. It seems to me that you forget that what happens is we've never, as a party,
Okay, pause
we have
this.
never.
This is now nonsense.
Biden rules.
Yeah.
Now go to
pretty nasty, dude.
go
fucking
to
love Biden.
the article where it says what his actual stats were. Because someone fact-checked him on the news. It's not in that clip. There's one that they played that clip on the news and then fact-checked it.
That'd be a nice edit, like cutting that to like now him just fucking bumbling around on
Technocrat.
stage talking
Oh, yeah.
nonsense. It's
He's
fine.
actually 70th in a class of 85. So he wasn't in the top half. But there was a bunch of other stuff that he lied about in that clip too. In the news clip where they check
it was virtually all a lie.
this like hardcore news guy goes, actually, the true story is, and he just lays it all out, and
Oh, that blows.
it sucks a
Can
fat
you imagine
one.
if
Yeah,
you're
there
lying
it
and a
is.
dork
Explaining
comes
to
in?
do.
Yeah.
The new questions stem from taped remarks of Biden during an April campaign appearance in New Hampshire.
I went to law school on a full academic scholarship,
Yeah,
the only
scoot,
one in
scoot
my,
ahead a little to the where
can't
you
control
can't.
that video.
Oh, okay.
I don't know what it's
That's
even
okay.
on.
Keep playing.
That's crazy.
in my class. To have a full academic scholarship, went back to law school, and in fact ended up in the top half of my class. I was the outstanding student in the political science department at the end of my year. I graduated with 3 degrees from undergraduate school and 165 credits, only needed 123 credits.
Biden now concedes he did not graduate in the top half of his law school class, that he does not have 3 degrees from college, and that he was not named outstanding political science student in college.
Newsweek says Biden actually went to school on a half scholarship, ended up near the bottom of his class, and won only 1 degree, not 3.
Joe Biden ranked 76th in a class of 85 at the University of Syracuse Law School. I mean, this guy comes off this whole thing as a flyweight.
Now Biden says Newsweek is right. His memory had failed him.
His memory had failed him.
How ironic is that? His memory failed him then. And, well, he lied about his memory failing him then, but his memory is actually failing him now, you know. Kind of interesting how that worked out, huh? But, back to the beginning question and what he kind of touched on there at the beginning is this all intentional? Because, for example, he's had those documents for at least 6 years. And now all of a sudden they discover them? And it's his lawyers that discover them, and instead of calling him immediately, we're gonna call blah blah blah. And according to Joe, he wasn't even told what documents they even were. So I'm just a little confused. And not only did they find documents once or twice, they found them now 3 separate times. And now they decide to come out with that information. Like, nobody realized these documents were missing. Nobody knew that he had them for 6 years. Really? Nobody knew that he had them in 2020? Interesting how that works. Very, very interesting how that works. You know, I think there's a real possibility that this is all being done intentionally, and it's being used to get rid of him, to push him to the side, to roll out Kamala. And who knows how that's going to go, because obviously Kamala's a terrible politician, but she is a woman and she is black. And goodness gracious, we know how half the country gets excited about, you know, your skin color, even though they claim to not care about skin color and call Republicans racist and things like that, but they care about skin color the most. Interesting how that works. But yeah. And of course, you know, Democrats would love to say, we had the first woman president, which they thought Hillary was going to be. We know how that turned out. Trump, baby. So yeah, y'all let me know in the comment section below. What do you think about all of this? Now we've heard 2 separate people bring that up. We heard Tucker Carlson and now Joe Rogan bring up the fact that, hey, maybe that's the reason. They're trying to push him to the side. But what do y'all think? Let me know in the comment section below. Like, share, comment, hit that subscribe button before you go. Peace and love. I'm out.